Hey guys, this might be a little bit different to the videos I usually make, and practically all I really want to talk about is this XDEFIANT, the beta, how I feel about it. Because, I have very mixed opinions on it. I think it could be a good game, and I also kind of don't like it at all at the same time. So I guess to start it off, I think, just to get my opinion out there, like what I feel, I think the game is okay. I think it's a very mediocre game from looking at the beta, of course. I'm just judging off the beta. I don't know when the full release, to be free to play, so, it'll be easier to, like, get my full opinion on it when the game fully comes out. But for right now, I think the game is a little bit mediocre and lacking in a little bit areas. One of the things, like, I got some pros that I have in mind. It's just it has good movement. It's decent movement. It could be a little bit clunky at times, but it's good for what it is. The gunplay is not so bad, but there's like a definitely like a weird, like, it could be the aim assist or something. It feels very weird when you're trying to shoot at targets, especially with snipers. It feels really like the snipers, they're good. I feel like they buffed that near the end because the snipers were doing way more one shots than they used to. I could be wrong, but it felt like that. So, I mean, the snipers are okay. They could be good here and there, but sometimes I would get like a bunch of hit markers for like absolutely no reason. Like where I'm shooting them in the chest and I'm getting hit markers. That has happened to me multiple times. So, I don't really know. But yeah, so like those are some things I think were good. The maps were also not that bad. I really did hate the Echelon map. That map was fucking garbage. I hate that map with a passion. I think one of the Libertad maps, the one where you're in like the slums or something like that, that map was not that great either. I only played it once, but that one time playing was not fun at all. So yeah, I don't think it was that great of a map, but everything else was pretty good. Dumbo was mediocre because even though everybody was picking that map was so mediocre. Yeah, but the rest of the maps were pretty good. I mean, they had a pretty good amount of maps when they came out for a beta, and most of them were pretty good. I'll say like 75% of them were pretty good. The rest were either mediocre or pretty bad. The guns, they all felt fairly balanced. I mean, I didn't really feel like they were saying like real overpowered weapons, like how they can be like in like Call of Duty. Like there's definitely overpowered weapons, like one or two that are really overpowered. Especially back then, there was a lot. Like if you go back to like World at War, there's like the MP40 was fucking mowing down people in that game. So it wasn't like that. The guns I would say were pretty balanced. Besides the snipers, I really have this strong feeling that the snipers, it was either I'm really bad with the snipers or something. The snipers they felt extremely weak, very weak. I don't know I don't know if there was like a mistake or maybe that's how they attended it. It just felt very weak at times. There was times where it felt really strong, like where I popped off I like multiple times with a sniper, but it did feel like at some points, like it's just like, what the fuck am I doing with the sniper? Like this shit feels so fucking horrible. And the thing is, like the move, like I like the movement, but it's definitely not like if you compare to Modern Warfare 2019, where that movement was amazing, but the game itself was pretty dog shit. But the movement was amazing. It wasn't like NW 2019 movement, and I don't think they really could go for that. I mean, they could, but I think the thing is they could only get close to it and not exactly it. But it's very fast paced. That's another thing. The game is very fast paced. That's such a great thing about it. That's why I kind of like, personally, I like Vanguard because they had like the different modes where it makes it more like fast paced and there's more people on the map and stuff like that. That was fun. I don't know why people like Vanguard. It definitely had its flaws, but the multiplayer, the campaign were actually not that bad. They were pretty good. Besides the zombies, I don't even want to talk about the zombies, but that's something else. That's totally different. So I like that it was fast paced. The movement, I don't like. You can't drop shot or bunny hop. I understand that. I appreciate they commented about it, how they kind of don't want players abusing that to in engagements. But I think that kind of like, there's almost like a skill gap that's there. It's not like a huge one because almost anybody can do it, but it helps like differentiate players, in my opinion. I like who's good, who's not, or who's like putting the extra effort. Because it feels nice when you bunny hop in Call of Duty, when you drop shot in Call of Duty. It feels nice. I understand it could be a crutch sometimes for some people where they just drop shot every fucking time they peek a corner or something like that, or they bunny hop every time. But I feel like it will be a nice game mechanic that they could add to the game to make it better. And also another thing, I would like proning. I would like proning to be in the game, but I don't think I feel like that might encourage camping, and I feel like they're trying to get away from that, unlike Call of Duty. But besides that, I feel like they're trying to get away from like people camping corners or camping in these areas. So I guess I understand why they don't have proning, but I feel like it feels really weird without it. I think they should at least try adding it for a little bit, see how everybody like feels about it, and then if nobody really likes it, then take it out. If people like it, then I'll just leave it in there. Yeah, and I don't really know what else to really say. I mean, there's definitely this weird thing with the aim assist. I think it's just because it's not as strong as Call of Duty is, so I feel like a lot of people were kind of disorientated by it because Call of Duty aim assist is just fucking crazy strong for absolutely no reason. I don't know why it's like that, but you know, I like that the aim assist is not as strong, make it more even for controllers and mouse and keyboard players. But I think they should maybe add. I really feel like they should just tick it up just a little bit, to make it a little bit stronger. Not don't like tick it up like crazy and make it like super strong like MW 2019 or like Call of Duty now. Just tick it up a little bit. Just have a little bit more aim assist, and I think the game might be a little bit. It'll feel a little bit nicer and smoother when you're trying to like get like drag or like trying to like shoot people and keep on target. But yeah, the ranked mode is pretty interesting. I'm definitely not gonna touch that. That's gonna like destroy my brain cells. Yeah, I mean that's all I really got. I think the game it's like very mediocre. It's okay. If I had to give like a personal opinion on how it is, I think it could be like a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. It's definitely not like I understand I'm rating a beta and the beta is not always perfect, but it's very mediocre. And also another thing is the servers, they were like really inconsistent. They were going up and down, and I'm pretty sure there has been some problem with hit detection in the game, or like something with their code. I forgot what it was called, but they were having problems like on their side with the code, which kind of sucked because I think if it was all perfect, I think I'll have a slightly better opinion on the game, but it wasn't. So I really hope that doesn't happen when they fully release the game, which it shouldn't happen unless like they get rushed or something wrong happens. Like I don't know, but hopefully when the game fully releases, it's not like that. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, that's my opinion on XDEFIANT and my experience. Also, Specialists, not a big fan of them.